Next thing I'm going to look at is forcing IOIs. An IOI is an indicator of interest. What it means is that the girl is interested in talking to you. If a girl gives you an IOI, you can approach directly. So it's good if we get some IOIs. By having the right body language, you're going to get more IOIs than you would otherwise. But what we've developed is a technique called forcing IOIs. So instead of just waiting until they occur, you can force one. Who in their life has had eye contact with a girl and wondered if she's attracted to them?
Yeah.
Alright, there's different ways to deal with it. I mean, I could make eye contact with the girl and I could do one of three things generally. I could make the eye contact and look away nervously. Alright, the second thing is I could make eye contact and stare at her until she looks away. Or I could make the eye contact and I could force a smile. Generally, they're the only things guys do. When you get that eye contact, let me ask you, do you approach or do you find a reason not to approach?
Find a reason not to approach.
Most guys do not approach when they get the eye contact, even though in 90% of cases, it is a genuine IOI. It's not that she's looking at, you've got something on your face, or she's looking past you, she's daydreaming. It normally is focused on you, she normally is interested. However, just that slight degree of doubt that most guys have will stop them from approaching. So here's what we've developed. You're in the club, make the eye contact, force a reaction from the girl. Wave at her, point at her, stick your tongue out, do something that forces her to reciprocate or show in a stronger way whether she's interested. If she's standing there and I just look at her, she's not forced to do anything. If I wave at her, she's forced either to wave, to smile, or to look away in disgust. Either way, I'm going to know very easily whether she's interested or not. So if I wave at her and she gives a positive reaction, raise the drink, it's another one. I can just go, hey, how's it going, blah, blah, blah. Be quite direct. I don't have to pussyfoot around. I don't have to be indirect. She's obviously at least interested in meeting me and probably she's attracted to me. If I do something and she looks away in disgust, it's a lot better than going in and getting blown out. I've not had to commit anything. Probably less than half the bar has noticed it, so it's better than walking up. And the best thing about forcing an IOI is you don't have that moment when you think, what do I say, what do I open with? Because it's a non-verbal opener. It should be there as a reflex. Just like a kung fu person, when they get a punch come, they block it without thinking. You get the eye contact with the hot girl, you force the IOI, and it becomes a natural thing. You don't have to think, oh, what do I say, what do I do, can I approach? Just do it, it's natural, it doesn't take any kind of guts. You don't need much confidence to be able to do that. Work it into your way of meeting women and you can actually have a 100% success rate. If I was set a challenge to, let's say, kiss 100 girls in a row, I could literally just go around, force IOIs everywhere. When I get them, go in and do something. When I don't get them, don't do anything. It's the lazy man's way to pick up. And it's the only way you need. It's actually the most powerful thing, one of the most powerful things we teach. There's all this technique and stuff that does away with all of it, makes it a lot more simple. This is what a lot of naturals do, by the way. Something I've developed recently is actually a way of forcing an IOI in a sexually charged environment in order to get a non-verbal kiss within 5 seconds. So I'm opening, I'm not talking to the girl, but I'm kissing her within 5 seconds. Obviously it's not in the coffee shop, it's not in the street, it's in a club where the girls are, they're kind of in state, they're feeling sexy, they're dancing and stuff. And what I've developed is this way of using eye contact to force the IOI without needing to do a gesture or anything like that. So if I'm just walking around the club, I'm making eye contact, but I'm walking and I'm making it clear that I'm going past, there's not that pressure on the girl, she will hold the eye contact. However, if I make it very clear that I'm approaching her directly, I'm approaching her with sexual intent, she's going to feel that pressure and she's got two choices. She either reacts to it positively or negatively. Any kind of micro movement away, any break in the eye contact, and she is not interested. If she holds it the whole time, I will be able to kiss her within 5 seconds without saying anything if I want to. Something else I do with forcing IOIs is you can only do an IOI, you can only force an IOI when someone is looking at you. So what about this, if there's a bunch of girls and they're not looking at you, what do? You can actually get them to look at you and then force the IOI. So imagine you're looking at this plant, everyone look over there. You're not noticing me if I'm just standing here like that, but if I suddenly do something and then get your attention and then force it, that will work. So a curious face or some kind of body movement or just generally gesturing a lot, creating a lot of energy will get them to look at you if they're not looking at you already. And you want everyone to be focused on you. As a PUA, it's something that you have to develop, being comfortable under pressure, being comfortable in the spotlight, being comfortable having women focusing their attention on you.